Chicago's pulsing with Black history. It's all around us. In tonight's cover story, WGN's Gaynor Hall takes a look at a few significant sites and the efforts to keep them alive for generations to come.
Every time I enter this sanctuary, I'm reminded of those who have come before us.
If these walls could talk.
They do talk. They could tell you of the stories of Ida B. Wells Barnett, Frederick Douglass,
of Booker T. Washington, Dr. King, and countless others who've spoken here.
Quinn Chapel itself was a protest from its very beginning.
The beginning dates back to the 1840s. Quinn Chapel African Methodist Episcopal Church became the first Black church established in Chicago. One of its former locations downtown, the church served as a stop on the Underground Railroad, guiding the enslaved to freedom. Members like Emma Atkinson helped launch the abolitionist movement in Illinois.
It was also a gathering place where food, clothing, resources, information were gathered, passed on as people were passed on to the next stop.
In 1891, this building went up at 24th and Wabash. Today, it still stands, but it needs work. Pastor James Moody is leading a multi-million-dollar restoration project.
The existence of Quinn Chapel is a statement of the independence, the ingenuity, the faith, the hard work and commitment of African Americans in the city of Chicago.
The same year the church was built, Providence Hospital was established by Dr. Daniel Hale Williams in the Douglas neighborhood. He performed the world's first successful open heart surgery, and the hospital was a much-needed training ground for Black doctors and nurses.
He opened Providence Hospital because he saw a need that patients could not be admitted to other hospitals, were turned away from other hospitals, and our doctors could not get privileges to take care of patients in the hospital.
Moving to 51st Street in the 1930s, the hospital was later taken over by Cook County Health.
I think that it's significant that Providence has persevered.
Dr. Claudia Fegan is the county's chief medical officer.
It's a source of great pride for us that we continue to be there and serve the community.
We have made so many magnificent contributions.
Dr. Carol Adams, president and CEO of Urban Prescriptive, says the history surrounds us.
Chicago is the centerpiece of Black America, and some say the centerpiece of the Black world.
Black writers, artists, musicians, and politicians were all drawn here to Bronzeville, a magnet for Black culture.
Just heading down what's now King Drive at 36th sits the home of journalist Ida B. Wells. She led a crusade against lynching.
She felt that the work she was doing was important enough to put her fear aside.
Near 41st Street, once lived trailblazing pilot Bessie Coleman.
She couldn't get into any flight school in the city of Chicago, and so she went to France. How's that for claiming your destiny?
A few blocks south of there was home to Chicago's first Black alderman. Oscar Stanton DePriest went on to serve in Congress.
My only sin is in my skin.
And legendary musician Louis Armstrong lived right off King Drive on 44th Street.
That Chicago is far from being the promised land. That is no Jerusalem on Lake Michigan.
In Lawndale, the site where Dr. Martin Luther King stayed with his family in 1966, is now the King Legacy Apartments.
Black Panther Party this time is a political self-defense.
Also on the west side near Monroe and Western is where police murdered a sleeping Fred Hampton in a hail of bullets. And his family is working to save the house in Maywood where he grew up.
It's, some things the Black Panther Party addressed back in the 1960s, they're still relevant now.
We watched in horror as a policeman's knee on George Floyd's neck ended his life as if it meant nothing. We are not as far away as we like to imagine we are from the horrors of that 1955 summer.
In the summer of 1955, 14-year-old Emmett Till was lynched while visiting relatives in Mississippi. This was his home at 64th and St. Lawrence in Woodlawn.
When I woke up one day and realized that just a few blocks down the street from where I was sleeping, there was a story that was my story. That was my story. And the story of millions of us.
Naomi Davis's nonprofit Blacks in Green, or BIG, bought the building that was just designated a Chicago landmark, and they're making no little plans, raising money for a museum, community theater, and garden dedicated to Emmett and his mother and the legacy of the Great Migration.
It's our duty and it's our joy to share the story forward of the courage and the destiny.
Past and present, the city alive with reminders of shared heartbreak and triumph and ongoing struggle.
Overcoming in spite of. It's knowing you have obstacles and still moving forward.
Honoring Black history this month and beyond.
There are so many places that we need to preserve or put markers on and tell stories about so that people understand our real history.
Gaynor Hall, WGN News.
Chicago is so rich.
That was exactly what I was going to say. Just amazing.